How do you stay motivated? That's a question I get asked a lot. A lot. Like, I got a ton of messages from people that say, "Hey, Cash, what do you do to stay motivated, man? You seem happy all the time." It's like, how do you do it? And I just think to myself, do I look like I'm motivated that much? And I had to go and look around. Like, I searched my pages, and it seems like I'm motivated heavily when I see all the content that I put out, and then all the family stuff that I do, and how my kids look at me. And I really thought about that question. I wanted to talk to you guys today about it, like how I stay motivated. Number one, my family, my kids, my wife, and knowing the things that I want to do for them and the things that I have to do for them. Just being a father, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot that I got to do no matter what. I got to do it. So I got to stay motivated for them, right? But then it gets deeper, because it's not just about being a dad, right? I'm not only a father. I'm a lot of other things. One of the main things that I like to think of myself as now is a content creator / filmer, videographer, cinematographer, editor. Like, I'm a lot. Salesman, I'm a lot of things. I'm a child of God. I think about all those things. How do I stay motivated in that? That's number two, is God. I think about life, right? And I think about dying. My father passed away when I was like 2-3 years old. And I always thought that I was going to die. Since I was young, I thought I was going to die at the age of 16. Then when I hit 16, it's like, oh, you're going to die at 18. Then at 18, it was like, oh, you're going to die at 21. And then after that, it was just like, I didn't think about it as much. But that thought is always there, like, one day you're going to die. And it's deeper now. It's deeper. It's not because my father died that I think about it anymore. No, it's the fact that I want to be with the people one day when I do pass. I want to be with the people that went before me. I want to be with my friends that died when I was young. I want to be with my grandfather. I want to meet my dad. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that I think about. I want to meet God. I got a lot of questions for God. And that motivates me in a way of trying to give my best. And when you see me all the time, I'm upbeat, I'm happy, I'm smiling. Even when I was in prison, in my rough times, I was thankful to God. I just learned gratitude. I feel like that was the biggest lesson that God wanted me to learn while I was in there, was to be grateful. And I carry that with me in life today. I'm just grateful for everything. I'm grateful for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for all the good things that God has put in my life. And, I don't take it for granted. I'm always shooting for the next thing, but always in the way that's glorifying God and not at the expense of harming somebody. I don't want to harm nobody to get what I want out of life, and I think about that. What's up, man? I see you guys in the chat, and I'll get to it in a minute. What's up, Sonal? What's up, CM? And then I think back to pictures like this. Look at this, you guys. Look at this picture. This is a picture of the people that I grew up with. Literally, since I was as far back as I can remember, I lived in a neighborhood called Little Waco, and these were my best friends. Some of them still are, I love all of them, no matter what is between us, today. I love all these brothers still. I pray for these brothers. I pray for everybody I grew up with. I pray for everybody, period, right? But I pray for these brothers in particular. There are a couple of them in particular in this picture. So as you can see right here, you can't see my pointer, right? But if you see the guy with the hat in the middle row, just shaking hands with the other brother, that's me. That's a young Cash right there. I was 13, 14 years old in that picture. And I was young. That kid that you see right there was addicted to weed, which, whatever. At that time, though, it's still like bad, right? I was addicted to weed. I was addicted to powder, you know what I'm saying? And I was addicted to pills, and I was addicted to alcohol. I was very violent. That kid that you see in that picture was violent. At that time, I already did things that, I wish I could go back and change. But I had did things already at that age. And the people that I see in this picture, there's one person that's missing that is my closest brother to this day. I love him to death. Like, there's nothing that I wouldn't do. As far as people that I came up with, this is the closest brother to me. He's not in here. I'm going to show you him in a minute. What keeps me motivated is this picture. I look at this picture and how far I've come. to being the man that I am today versus the kid right there that didn't know if he was going to live to be 16, didn't know if he was going to live to be 18, didn't know that he was going to have a family, didn't know that he was going to be creating content, didn't know that he was going to go to prison. I didn't know any of the things that I know today back then. And this picture motivates me to never fall back into being that kid with the mentality that that kid had, because that kid that you see in that picture did not care about life. I did not care about the lives of others. I did not care who I hurt. I did not care about anything at that point in time. I didn't care about anything at all. I was aimless. I didn't have a goal. I didn't think about anything. At that time, was all I could see was now, right now, right? What's up, Jens? How you doing, bro? What's up, Kim? How you doing? Hey, April. I see you guys in the chat. But yeah, that kid, that picture motivates me. And then I look, like all these brothers, Lurch, the dude all the way over to the right, all the way to the right, the tall dude in the back. I love that brother to death, man. There's a memory I want to share with you guys before we move forward. But when I was turning 15 years old, now you're going to say this is messed up, but we were both kids. He's like a year older than me, I think. But he was always like a big brother to me. Straight up, Junior. He was like a big brother to me, man. And he looked out for me big time. So on my 15th birthday, I believe it was, 15 years old, nobody even told me happy birthday. My mom at the time didn't wish me a happy birthday. It was just like, it was just a day. At the time, my mom was going through her own things. But this brother, he remembered my birthday. He pulled up. I had moved out the hood. I was living in Hessville at the time. He pulled up to the house and said, "Come on." I said, "What's up? Where we going?" He pulled out a bottle of E&J. We used to drink E&J back in the day. He pulled out a bottle of E&J and he had, a little bit of bud or whatever. And he was like, "Man, we finna go hang out for your birthday, bro. It's your birthday." And I'll never forget it, man. And he took me out and we had just a blast. Well, I think we went to a hotel and there was a whole bunch of dro and it was great. It was a good time at that time. Not a good time now. Obviously, I don't do those things no more. But back then it was a good time. But he cared. He was considerate of my birthday. And I remained close to him throughout life. Loved the brother. Prayed for him when I was locked up. Prayed for him down to this day. He was one of the first people I reached out to when I got out from the neighborhood. Him and Tone and Loke. I reached out to them brothers because those are my guys, right? And Loke's not in this picture either. But I'll get to him right now. But you guys, this picture says a lot. The dude in the front, all the way in the front, looking at the camera like he crazy. We said we was cousins. Everybody growing up, people thought that we were cousins because we were two of the only three people from our community that was black Latin kings. What I'm saying? So when we started gangbanging, he was that's my little cuz. I used to fight for him. Anybody was bigger than him trying to mess with him, I wasn't going for that. When the whole thing happened with the case that I got indicted on, I made sure to not bring up anything with home at all. You know what I'm saying? Not to bring up anything with home. And I really cared about that brother. So I love the brother. See, to this day, I love him. I pray for that dude, man, to death. I love him forever. That's my brother. That's my little cuz. And his family, his whole family. I love them all. And all of these guys are all living life right now. Baby Boy, the dude all the way in the middle, dead set in the middle, and all black. That's my brother. And I think about the lives that we all lived in to look at us now. Like Baby Boy, he's got a family and he's doing good and he's working, and we all don't talk. None of us really talk like that. Like we'll say, hey, like I'll reach out to Baby Boy once in a while. He reach out. Same with Lurch, Lacero, same game, and we don't talk. But I like to believe that it's that thing where, when you're close to people, you don't talk to them all the time. But every time that you do talk to them, it's all love. It's like that, it's like that. So yeah, that's another reason why I stay motivated, is remembering where I come from. All right. Speaking of where I come from, I want to show you guys this. Okay, check this out. This is so cool. When I saw this, I thought, man, I was so happy to see it. So this, let me back up real quick. Well, I'll go to his profile in a minute, but this is my brother Tone. All right. Best friend in the world, man. It's not anything that this brother called me if I had it that I wouldn't give it. He's my brother to the death, But I watched this video, and let me put this down real quick. I watched this video and it makes me smile because he's another brother. He's got a lot of kids and he's married. And, you know, he's a family man. And to know where we came from, like me and him spent time a lot locked up as juveniles. And him probably the most. Someone was in juvenile. He was rough, man. He was rough. He had a lot of hard shit that he made it through to be where he's at today. But I seen this video. Check this out. He's from Chicago.
One,
Look,
two,
look.
3.
That is just dope to me. That's dope. So he traveled to Puerto Rico. He traveled to Puerto Rico with his family. They went on a family vacation, and my man was living life. And it motivates me to see that, to see my people that I grew up with, that we shouldn't be alive today in all rights. Like, we shouldn't be here. And we are. And when you say that God had a purpose for us, I see, yeah, he did. I was Raylene, I'm sorry, I see your comment. I was the kid with the do-rag and the hat on, looking crazy. You could tell it's me when you see everybody else. You know who's me. But yeah, I see him living life, and it keeps me motivated to see the brothers that I came up with that we shouldn't be here, all taking care of their children, all working, starting their own businesses and living life, man, and doing good. And it makes me proud. You know, I would show you guys Loke, but he doesn't have social media. So Loke is another one. That's my brother. That's his uncle, you know, and those are my brothers. You know, I think about them and it motivates me because I like to believe that the same way that when I see their stuff online and I see them doing good, I see family photos, I see all of these things, I like to believe that when they see my stuff, they think the same thing, man. Like, look at my boy. My boy's all right, man. He's doing good. Look at my guy, you know. Talked to another brother today, Woog. It was a surprise for me, man. It was a nice surprise, really, because he's another brother I grew up with. And he was in my live earlier today when I went live, and I seen his name pop up. I was like, oh, man, I go Woog. And I gave him a shout out. And then I called him because I hadn't spoke to him. And I realized that, like, I haven't spoke to a lot of people since I've came home. And not because I don't love them, not because I don't care, but because I'm so focused right now, man. I'm so driven on what I'm trying to do that I'm trying to get there. So then when I do look back and I do reach out, it could be like, hey, bro, yo, you remember when we was kids and I said, if I've made it, I got you? Well, here, I made it and I got you. You know, that kind of thing. But man, yeah, that's a lot of motivation from them. And then I see brothers like this. I got to show you my bro. All right, I got to show you this guy. Check this out. View this tab. No, this tab. Where's it at? Right here, this tab. This is my bro. This is Craze, right? We called him Craze growing up. And the success that this brother has had in life. I remember when we was young, right? This brother was always reserved. He was like chill, but didn't want to start him up. You did not want to start him up. And I was the only dude that was, you know, I was a king, right? And everybody else around me was Vice Lord, GD, and Blackstone. And I hung out with Craze, Dennis, my man Dennis, man, that's my dog, Dendo. And Ralph, right? Me, Ralph, Dendo, Craze. Those was my guys. And they, in Waco, it was mainly Kings, Lords, and Blackstones. Mainly Kings, it was a King hood. So when Dendo and Ralph had moved in on Alice Street, I would be over there working out with Ralph, kicking it, you know, hanging out or whatever. And they had the Ignorant Clique. Craze. You remember that, Craze? I know you remember that, bro. Ignorant Clique. They still got it going today, the Ignorant Clique. And I was the only king, right, at the time that was hanging out with the Ignorant Clique, and people where I'm from was like, oh, this nigga, he one of them Ignorant Clique, you know, he's with them now. I was like, man, y'all chill, you know what I'm saying? And it just became a thing. But them was my brothers, and it wasn't like the gangs never got into the play when it came between us, because it's like, these are my brothers, you know? But anyway, seeing his success, look at this. All white summer jewelry, right? My man does music. He got the jewelry brand. He's got the clothing brand. He's got venues that he's created and talent that he's put out into the world by way of helping other artists, all types of stuff, man. And the brother's just successful. He's a big motivator. He's a motivation to my life. So when I see his stuff, and I see what he's doing and been doing, it's like when we were kids, this dude used to stay fresh, stay fly all the time. He would do his own stuff sometimes, like have his own shoes customized. You know what I'm saying? I think he might have even did it himself, to be real. And he used to always just be real clean, man, and fresh with it. And To see him now, he got his own clothing brand. I think he talked about it when we were young, like doing something like that. And to see him living it, doing it. He takes care of his kids. He looks out for people. Now, I'm sure he don't brag about this stuff online, but I know personally that he has helped out a lot of people. Some of them have played him, not look back out, not hit him up and say, hey man, I got what I owe you. None of that. But he don't get violent with him, and ain't none of that. It's just okay, whatever. You burnt the bridge. I wish you all the best, brother. I ain't even tripping on it. He's the type of brother that if he gives it, he ain't expecting it back. But if you say you're gonna give it back, just give it back. He's that kind of brother. You know what I'm saying? And he's just he's a big motivator. And I'm proud of you, bro. All of you brothers that I'm mentioning right now, I just want you to know, man, I'm proud of y'all. I'm really proud of you guys, man, to see y'all successful and being what you're supposed to be versus what the world told us that we had to be. We're not the statistics that they said that we were supposed to be. We ain't that. We're doing good. So shout out to all of you brothers that I mentioned. What else? What else is a thing that motivates Cash? Well, I'm gonna show you. So I went through my videos today, right? And I noticed something today. It sparked this live, really. This is another reason to spark this live. So I want to show you guys this. This is my page on YouTube. This is my YouTube channel, okay? Cash Kelly 1. It's got 57.6 thousand subscribers. I put out 1,000 videos in the course. You see that right there? By my name. Look underneath my name. 57.6K subscribers. 1,000 videos. I noticed that and I was like, wow. Since 2019, Cash, you have produced over 1,000 videos on YouTube. Probably not a big deal to some people, but to me, it's a huge deal because I accomplished that. Those videos, those 1,000 videos that I produced have helped create finances for my family. It's put good thoughts out into the world. It's educated people. Some of those videos have helped people. There's a person, and I don't know if they want me to say their name, so I won't say their name, but there was a person that watched my videos, and if you go through the videos, you will see it, the comments, that said that I helped save their life, that they was thinking about taking their own life, and that my video uplifted them so much that they rethought it, and that I literally saved their life that night. And that person, you know, I want to say shout out to you because I see you, I'm on your Facebook, you know, and I follow you, I follow your stuff too, and I see your journey, and you look good, smiling, happy, you know, and I'm glad that your life is still here. I'm glad that you're still with us. But all of that motivates me, y'all, to see that, to know that I've got look at this. Look at all this content. It's just tons of shorts and popular video. Look, this is back 5 years ago, 47K, 31K, 23K, 22K views. And it's just so many different videos that I've put out over the span of time and reaching and talking with people on here and my posts that I put out on YouTube. It's a motivator to me to know that this is what I achieved. I did this, and it's done so much things in the world as far as what people tell me. Now, to some, it might not be nothing. There's people that's got millions and millions of followers and millions of views, but there are some people in there in the chat that are appreciative, and they say, yo, you saved my life. Glory to God. You know what I'm saying? Because that kid that I showed you in that picture would have never thought that he would be saving somebody's life with a video, with just sharing a thought or sharing my struggles. And it's a motivator. That is a motivator to me. Something else. I want to show you guys one of my favorite creators, two of my favorite creators, but for different reasons. So this creator that I'm about to show you has helped me on my journey of content creation, cinematography, the type of lights that I buy, the mic that I have. Like, this brother has helped guide me on this journey. He doesn't know me. I mean, he's seen my comment. He actually pinned my comment one time, and it made my day because I'm like, yo, this is my favorite creator. I didn't think that he would even see my comment, and he did. He saw my comment and he pinned it. That's why I try to do that for you guys. You know, when I see stuff, I try to do the same thing that makes me excited from the creators that I follow. I try to do that for you guys, the ones that follow me, right? So let me show you this brother right here. YC Imaging, all right? This is my favorite cinematographer content creator on YouTube. All right. Notice I put him in a category because I have another favorite YouTube creator that I'm going to show you guys after him. But this brother right here, his videos, one video in particular, where is it? Where is it at? Solo film creating. Where is it? Let me see. One. Okay, I don't know where it's at. It's on here somewhere. But there's this video that I always go back to. I got it pinned in my videos, right? I always go back to it and I watch this video whenever I'm stuck. Here it is right here. This one. This video. Let me turn this down again.
Help can be hard to come by when it comes to making content. Maybe you don't have any friends who are into this. Maybe you don't trust anybody to film it the way you want, or you're uncomfortable even asking. Not too long ago, I made a video about this topic. This is a deeper dive into how you can film all by yourself and still have it look cinematic.
So you see what I'm saying? This brother just literally, I feel like he's talking to me with these videos. It's like, yo, Cash, I know you ain't got no crew right now to help you do what you're doing, but I made this video to help you out along your way. You know, so shout out to bro, man, for making those videos. He's helped out a lot of people, I'm sure. I'm just one in a drop, you know, a drop in the ocean of the views that he gets. You know, 570,000 subscribers is what he has. He should have a bigger following, if you ask me, because he's just that helpful. And his video quality is just pleasing to watch. You know, so the growth that you've seen me have comes a lot from watching his videos, I gotta say. It's the truth. It's the truth. All right. So that's a motivator. So then we got my man right here. All right. Check this out. So all of you guys know that my faith is real serious to me, right? And I try to figure out how to blend my faith with talking about politics, talking about current events. Well, this dude does it better than anybody I've ever seen on YouTube. Devin Gibson. Shout out Devin Gibson. Bro, like, let me tell you guys a story. All right. So if you're not familiar with Devin Gibson, this is him. This is his channel. Go follow him if you like politics, or if you just like to hear the word, man. The brother mixes it so well, and he's got just a phenomenal channel. So shout out to Devin Gibson. But let me tell y'all, man, I hate politics at this point. I hate it, right? So how do I get motivated to talk about it? Well, before I talk about anything political, I literally go and watch a Devin Gibson video to see, because, you know, we end up covering a lot of the same topics. Whenever I do talk about politics, it's because Devin Gibson talked about it first. And I went and watched how Devin Gibson talked about what he's talking about and his take on it, because I know that he's a man, from what I could tell, just led by faith, right? And he takes his walk serious. So I consider that before I talk about anything political. I go and watch how he says it and talks about it, and then I apply it to myself in my own way. So that's that. But let me tell you a cool story. I looked him up. First, I tried to reach out to him on YouTube. He's got too many comments. This dude's got like, what, 1.43 million subscribers on YouTube. So I'm like, he's never gonna see my comment, right? I'm like, let me look him up on X. I go to X and I follow his page and I reach out to him. He hit me back on X. Do you know how big that was to me? You're my favorite political faith-filled content creator. Bro, he hit me back. And you talk about a motivator, that motivated the crap out of me. So then I just start spilling out everything, not trying to fanboy, but you know, I kind of fanboy just a little bit. And we ended up being like friends on X, man, like talking. He hit message. If I message him right now, he's going to message me back. And I thought that was the coolest thing in the world, that he's taking the time out to say what's up and answer a question that I have or watch a video. So then it mutated. He started watching my stuff on YouTube. He actually jumped in the comments on my YouTube channel and comments on my stuff and pinned up one of my comments. And I just thought that was dope. And then he gave me a shout out on his YouTube. He posted my stuff on his channel. If that don't motivate you to have your favorite political faith-filled content creator on YouTube shout you out, oh man, there's no motivation for you to be had. But he did. And I just thought that was just amazing, man. So I started taking it upon myself because I got a decent following on X, larger than what he has on X. So I started promoting his stuff on X without him even knowing at first. And then he started to catch wind of it and started to help him grow his platform on X. And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Motivating each other. I motivated him to post more on X because he wasn't posting as much on X. And then I started shouting his stuff out and telling him, hey, man, I want to help grow your page over there on X. So every time I see a Devin Gibson post on X, I share it and tell everybody to go follow, you know? And it's the little things, bro. So you talk about motivation. My motivation comes from so many different things, but I'm looking for it. I'm looking for the motivation. You have to look for the motivation. And you could do it in all those ways. You can remember where you came from and think about how it used to be. Think about the thoughts you used to have. Think about when times weren't so good and you use that as motivation. You think about your friends and where y'all came from and how you're still friends today, even though if you don't talk all the time, but you look at the life that they have and think like, man, we came a long way, man, and we got further to go. You never know what's going to happen. You never know if today's going to be your last day, but in the day, motivate yourself and then motivate those that you care about, whether that be your favorite content creator who doesn't know you exist, or it be your best friend, your son, your father, your mother, your daughter, your cousin, a friend that's going through something on Facebook. Send that, even if you don't type nothing, just that little care, the little care when, the little thing hugging the heart. Let them know you care. A nice word goes a long way, y'all. A nice word goes a long, long way. Watch them videos of people living their best life. Motivate yourself and motivate others. So where do I get my motivation from? Family, God, friends, creators, myself. I motivate myself. You guys motivate me to keep on going. When I see y'all sharing my post, sharing when I don't ask, when I don't say, hey, can you share this post for me? And then people are already on top of it, sharing the crap out of it. Liking the post, all of that. All of it. That's it. All right. With that being said, I can smell dinner right now. My wife is in there cooking. I was supposed to cook, but I'm like, I need to do this video. So I came in here and did this video, but I'm going to go and I'm going to go help my wife. Let me see some of these in the chat. Okay, I've seen some of these. God has plans for you. You're such a good witness. Now I'm trying to be, and I really do appreciate that. Binary, what's going on? My favorite mod in the whole world. I love you. That's how it should be. Amen. Good evening from St. Charles, Illinois. What's going on in Illinois? Having kids, finding a good woman is a change, 100%. Hey, Cash. Hey, chat. They're censoring the heck out of Devin right now. I haven't seen him in months. No, they are censoring him, but he's doing good still. But you can't stop it. Once God got you flowing, man, ain't nothing to stop God. And that's what he's doing. He's keeping it led. So the people that are supposed to be there are going to be there on his channel. Believe that. Devin is one of my faves too. See, there's a lot of people that say that. I found Cash Kelly in the Raw when my mom was passing away. So raw. Followed him ever since. Yo, I appreciate that, Mary. I really do. I appreciate having you here. Tanya, thank you for all you do, Cash. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. It don't seem like a lot, I'm sure, to y'all. It doesn't. But for somebody who came home from prison, I wasn't able to find a job. I still ain't. I put secret applications in. Even on vacation, I was putting in applications for jobs and not one call back to this day. So, yeah, I'm just doing my thing. And it's inspired me. Starting that media production company, that's going to be dope. And just keeping on filming, vlogging, talking to you guys. It goes a long way. So just know I really do appreciate all the support. I appreciate you guys more than I'll probably ever be able to explain. And thank you for being a motivator to me. Thank you for the motivation. And with that, God bless y'all. Unite. Don't fight. Be a street light, because only you could be the change you wish to see in the world. And when you get too stressed out, gotta remember to pray, America, because without God, everything falls apart. That's a fact. All right. Praying for y'all. Pray for me too. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.